is because of what's called the fundamental theorem of calculus, which is saying that if you can find a series of tangent lines along an infinitesimally large subset, basically if you're taking a Riemann sum of this and you're using an infinitely small width for your division of a Riemann sum, which is what taking the limit is.
I need to pause you for a second.
You can combine.
Hang on, I need to pause you for a second. I've just been thinking about this for the last 10 seconds. So what if it for boys? What if instead of raising their hand, they did it with their penises? I was thinking about that.
That's wild.
I've really tried my best.
You shouldn't be. There's
Nick, I'm listening.
no offense, but there's no point.
The fundamental theorem of calculus basically says that using differentiation, we can describe the activity of a function at an infinitely small point, what we call an instantaneous rate of change. That's how we're finding the tangent line at a specific point. We can use that concept of limits to very accurately describe the area under a curve by repeatedly calculating the distance from the bottom of your function up to the curve an infinite amount of times. Because that is essentially what a Riemann sum is finding the distance from here to here over and over again. And an integral is just a Riemann sum that uses an infinitely small width. The graduation is infinitely small. You're using an infinite number of them.
I wouldn't know about that.
About graduation?
So isn't the
there you
area just infinity because it's infinite?
So why did you
It's
even...
not infinity. It gives us a finite value.
Why did
See?
you even bother doing this?
How it goes on forever and ever.
What,
and
doing
ever.
calculus or explaining it to you?
No, calculus.
Let me show. Forrest,
Both
are
of
you
us
watching
have
the
to
stream?
for our degree.
Yeah, no, I'm
Let me
not dog.
Let me show you a Riemann sum, okay? So a Riemann sum is a method of approximating the area under a curve by basically making boxes of consistent width. Do you see this here?
Yeah.
Nick,
Okay.
can I temporarily interrupt?
Yeah.
You wanted to watch me play guitar. I got my Rocksmith cable, so I'm gonna be playing it
Ooh.
on stream more.
Cool.
My camera. I was playing it earlier, and I was really rusty. But I'll let you know when I'm playing it because I know you missed it.
Let me finish my thought and then I'll answer you, Jesse.
Mhm.
So, Forrest, you can see in this picture, the wider the boxes are, the wider the width along the bottom, the less accurate of an approximation it is. Do you see how this one is a much closer approximation to the area than this one is?
Yeah. Yeah.
What an integral allows us to do is essentially do this, but the boxes are infinitely small. So it is no longer an approximation, it is an accurate calculation. And so if you see here, what I've done is I've taken the integral of this function, x squared plus 2x plus 1, from 0, which is right here, to 1.
Not to interrupt.
And that gives me
but,
the area of this, which is exactly 2.83 repeated.
Dude, the mods who are gonna review this are gonna be so excited to get a free calculus lesson.
Yeah.
Why do you have oh, Jesus. You guys are such beta male cucks.
Sam.
Sam, what?
You can't even distinguish game audio from desktop audio for a fucking speedrun?
Now,
I can, but I don't want to because this is funny.
now when you
Really
get to multivariable calculus, you'll be doing the same principle but in 3 dimensions.
Fuck is that?
This is the shit that I'm on.
Oh,
Dude, you
Christ.
gotta get off that shit. I don't
Look, it's a double integral in GeoGebra.
Bro.
GeoGebra is basically like Desmos but in 3D.
But there is Desmos in 3D. I've used it.
There is now, but GeoGebra is older.
Is it like paint?
GeoGebra sounds like the love child between
No, you can show.
I think it should die.
Here we go.
Yeah, it should.
Look,
Oh, another member.
here's x squared in R3.
Wait, I have a question.
What?
Oh, never
Why
mind.
did y'all take AP courses and do all this algebra math shit?
So I could graduate earlier.
Because it's less expensive
When did
for
you
college.
graduate?
No, college earlier.
Well, it's also just less expensive.
Is that
I did not take
AP classes are also kind of more fun.
That's true. I like the challenge.
Depends.
Yeah.
I barely passed my last dual class that I took that was like difficult for me was pre-calc, and I barely passed that class.
I always hated school, so maybe that's why I never took AP classes.
Probably that would
I
explain
By
it.
the way,
Yeah.
Josie, I don't know
I
why
gotta-
Helldivers is doing this, but is still messing up my audio really badly. It's working now,
Okay.
which is good, but
All that said, I do have to do this Diffie-Q homework.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Nick, I think if you were my pre-calc teacher, maybe I wouldn't have failed the final.
Oh, I suck at pre-calc.
I think Nick would ramble
Yeah.
and yap too much.
Nick, you should try being a teacher. You'd be very terribly good at it.
I would not be a good teacher.
Well, I just said you would be, though.
I just learned something.
I am
No.
not. I don't have a good understanding of this kind of thing, and in order to teach something, you have to know it very well.
Well, you literally just
Well,
taught it.
if
It's
you
You
hard.
were explaining it for quite a while.
Keep in mind
yeah.
optimization.
So guys, the thing about that is, cause like I get the info. The thing about it is just because you can explain something very well doesn't mean you can teach it in a
That's-
way that everyone is gonna
Doesn't mean you can explain
understand.
stuff for a living.
That's fair.
Just because I understand it doesn't mean that you would be able to teach it to an entire classroom.
What, you hate faggots? I mean, no, no.
But all the stuff that I went over is the very, very basics. It is the beginning of what calculus even is.
I think Nick is too much of a twink to be a teacher.
Real.
I am not a twink.
Nick is mad.
He's a very short
That's the part he gets mad about.
Also, twinks can absolutely be teachers.
Says
Actually,
who?
most twinks
Prove it.
are teachers.
Prove it, you won't.
That's
I will send a picture of my Professor Kales, my ethics professor last semester.
I was in his class.
He's a twink.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Oh yeah, he totally is.
Is
He is. Yes.
He totally is. Evan this semester.
what makes him a twink.
I don't know if that's what I would. If
He's
I
a
would say
twink.
he is.
He is a twink.
Okay, the gay man is saying he's the
He
twink.
has cats, bro. He's a twink.
Okay, that having cats doesn't make you a twink.
Yes, it
No,
does.
it's not.
It does if they-
Okay.
It heavily contributes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Explain.
Explain
what?
why. Explain
Explain
why.
your cats.
I don't have any
Oh.
cats.
You
I don't
do.
believe you.
There's a cat in the house, but he's not mine.
Hasn't he literally pussy posted
Uh-huh.
before?
Tyler, I got 7:30. You're cooked. It's over.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's so.
I
joke.
guess I'll have to submit another run.
No, you
Hey,
can't.
anyone who's actually good at math, if I have
I am.
if I have cosine squared x times cosine squared 2y, can I factor out the cosine squared to get cosine squared x 2y?
Yes.
I don't know.
I think
God, I hate math.
Alright, I'm
I've had
guys
this
say
thing
bye
on
to the
paper.
mods. I'm stopping the
That
recording.
doesn't even fucking help me though. How do I resolve this cosine squared?
Guys, say goodbye to the mods.
Whatever.
Isn't there-
Tyler.
Bye
Okay.
mods.